I thought I'd show you, I'm doing the pins now, the lower pins that need replacing. So I got these from VW Heritage, and new pins, and this is some 15 thou brass sheet that's going to fill the gap on the top and the bottom, because there's a little bit of a gap that needs to be taken up. The original plastic slash metal impregnated center piece on the hinge used to have these little plastic flanges, so I'm replacing them with brass here. So those are going to be stamped or cut out to the shape required. And then in here, in my workshop, and by the way, there's my mini mill from Little Machine Shop, and then my mini lathe. So what I've got here, down here, I've got one of the inner brackets. I have to acid etch this a little bit and clean up some of the rust, but basically I've already ground it down to the clean metal without taking it any further, just sort of cleaned it up a little bit. But I've got in here a brass tube that is 9mm outside diameter and then 8mm inside diameter. The inside diameter fits perfectly with the new pin. The outside diameter is just a little bit much. It should be like 8.65, not 9. So you can see in the caliper here, I'm going to shave, let's see, 0.15. Let me just adjust this. So I'm just slowly shaving it down based on what I think it needs to be. It's not a precise science. So this 0.15, so I'm going to turn on the machine. And then just take this, the end feed here, and I'm just going to turn it in. So basically, I'm not going to auto feed it, I'm just going to screw it in here. And the bottom line is it's going to take some time to find out the exact amount that needs to come off, but I've already shaved 0.1 off each end. So basically just work it along and take the brass off of it, and then I try to fit it into the hole, and if it needs to be taken in any further, then I keep on doing it until I get to the right size, make it nice and snug, and then I'll have the basically brass insert replacing what was originally that plastic with impregnated metal. So, and then I just back it out and clean it off. And then I double check to see if it fits, and I'm sure it won't fit yet because we're not quite there. Just move it out a little bit further so I can get the hinge in, turn it off, and then I just go in here and see if I can get it to fit. And oh, I need to take a little bit more. So there we go. That's my process for making the hinge bushing, and then pound it into place, and then I'll be done, and I can paint the door, or the doors. So there's the finished inner bushing and the two shim spacers that will then shortly be banged into place there, hopefully. Let's see how it goes. So it's good. It's got a little bit of, well, maybe not, just a tiny amount of play in it. But when it's mounted on the car, I can't feel any play at all. The door won't rock up and down at all. It's absolutely rigid. Pretty close to the perfect alignment on the car, but I'm going to put, I've got some stainless steel shims, some really thin 10 thou shims, and I'll put one here to lift the door up just a tiny bit more. I'm looking for about a 32nd of an inch, or maybe a little less, at the door handle area to get it up, but it's very close. But I'm fussy, so I will put a little bit of a shim, stainless steel shim, in there to adjust it, and then we're good. So this is a successful hinge replacement, and I'll paint this door now, and I will, once it's done, I'll paint the other one and put the other hinge in the other one. So I also got this done. It's looking good. I'm pretty happy with Mr. Spoiler, Mr. Silver Spoiler. So all those bolt-on parts are done now, except for the two doors, which I'm starting to work on. So with the hinge installed, based and cleared it, and let it dry overnight, and then flip it over, and I'll do the other side, and then I'll have door one done. So I got the door on the outside done. It's a bit of dust in it, so I may end up giving it, well, I'm going to definitely sand it, but the question is, after I sand it, do I shoot it again? So anyway, I'm getting there. It's nice to see the door number one getting close to completion.